I mean, look, I think the hardest part about making a financial plan when you live abroad is, where am I going to be in 20 years when I take out this money from retirement, right? Like, we have a lot of clients who are, French citizens or Australian citizens who come here for work. They're on HP1 visas or they're on a path to citizenship. They've got green cards and they're like, should I contribute to my 401k? Like, I don't know if I'm going to be here in 20 years. So that like unknown future makes the financial planning pretty complex. And I think what this person was also asking is like, hey, these French programs, they're great and you can access them as a French citizen, but like you were saying earlier, Shane, the US does not recognize them as tax advantaged accounts. So in some cases, you might not get the advantage. The advantage might be diminished significantly for a US person, which you are if you're a citizen.
Hmm. Hmm.
All to say, I think generally my take on all these accounts is like, look, you're a global citizen of the world. Like, you have already complicated your life. Like, having a few extra accounts and having someone to like help you out with it, like the tax advantages of 401ks and a lot of these state sponsored, like they're so good that often it makes sense to participate in them and then pay the tax later, especially if the money's growing tax free, right? We talk a lot about like 401k withdrawals, but as you alluded to, that money in that 401k is growing tax free the whole time it's in there. Yes, you might pay ordinary income tax at the end, but for decades potentially, it's compounding and doing its thing. Whereas that money in a regular brokerage account, just because it's quote unquote easier or less paperwork, like there's a lot of drag there on that tax free or that tax exposed
Deferred.
money
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
not protected in a 401k. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.